Hello, my name is Nick Goldgren. I am going to discuss how I finished my 4.1 assignment for CIP. Bear with me, I have a cold. If I cough, I apologize. So, uh, very first thing, I chose an artist that I want to emulate. In my case, I wanted to emulate the artist Ira Cohen. I found a picture of his that I thought was really cool. It's part of a collection called the Mylar Chamber, and the picture itself is John McLaughlin front two guitars. So, the picture itself has a model, it has a bunch of textures from blankets and things, and then it has the model playing a guitar and a lot of warped and trippy effects, similar to probably what you'd experience if you were on drugs or something. You know, psychedelic, so that comes with the territory. Anyway, so I knew I needed a model. I used my girlfriend Alex in this case. I had a ukulele that I could have her hold as a guitar, and then I had a bunch of blankets and things that I could use to emulate the setting that this picture takes place in. Very first thing I did was do a pre-production sketch of what I was looking for, really basic. After which I made a shot diary. Shot diary, again, very basic. All the props that I just talked about. The location was going to be my house in my living room. And then the equipment I used was the Sony a6000 camera that I was gifted / bought, and the stock lens that came with that, and I used natural lighting. So then I proceeded to bring that into Camera Raw and play with the different settings in that, brought up the contrast a little bit, changed the shadows and highlights, and brought the vibrance up a bit as well. From there, went straight into Photoshop. I cut out the face of Alex in this case, and I made that crazy facial effect by pretty much just duplicating and masking out the things that I didn't want to see. After which, oh, and by the way, I use a soft brush to do that, especially the interior of the face, because I think that it works better. After that, I went ahead and did a similar thing with the ukulele and the hands. I use a soft brush again to kind of fade away to make it look more ghostly. And finally, I merged all the layers in a non-destructive way, and I brought that into the liquify filter as a smart object. That way, that's non-destructive as well. So I went to town in the liquify filter, sorry, just to give it that psychedelic melty effect. After which I messed with the gradient map and gave it more psychedelic colors. And finally, I threw a black border with rounded edges around that sucker to look like Ira Cohen's photograph. So overall, what I learned, I learned a bunch of post-production techniques, mostly how to use the clone stamp, how to use the different masking techniques, and most importantly, well, before that, the liquify filter, and like I was saying, most importantly, how to work non-destructively, which is key and is a total different change from what I'm used to doing on my own before this class. I used to just merge layers left and right and completely work destructively. Non-destructive is the way to go. That way I can always go back and edit. And also what I would further like to explore is I would really like to try and attain these similar cool effects, but without having to use Photoshop. So I learned that you can buy different lenses and different filters to put on those lenses, and finally you can even buy prisms and hold those in front of your lenses. So I would really like to get a kaleidoscope lens to hold in front of my camera lens, and I could attain really cool kaleidoscope effects. And that's just something that I would further like to explore, and something I'm definitely going to. So overall, I'd really appreciate this class in general. I learned a ton, and I appreciate you for viewing this video. I hope you like my finished product. Thank you.